Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Bruce Wright, the co-founder of William Wright Academy and the founder of Wright Group International. In the last 5 years, I've been knocking on doors 6 days a week from business to business, selling products and services. And there's a few things in my career that I've learned that really elevated my career to the next level to become one of the top producers in Australia. Now, today's lesson is on conscious of thoughts, self-awareness. Now, being conscious of your thoughts is extremely important. Thoughts are things. They're very powerful things. Thoughts and what you think can lead to riches and they can lead to poverty. In the sales game, thoughts can lead to loads of sales, more than average. It can also lead to you having zero sales and below average, which then will lead to a very difficult lifestyle, and sooner or later your sales career will be over. Because one key thing I think in sales is the reason people leave sales after a short period is they don't stay in it for long enough to get their first few winning experiences. And when you've been on stage collecting an award or winning a competition or doing loads in one day, that feeling is what hooks you into sales. And when you've been in the sales game, it's hard to leave the sales game, but people never get into the sales game. They might start in sales, but they don't learn, drill, practice, do what needs to be done to get into the sales game to earn the income that they should be earning. Now, coming back to this, guys, is there's one thing you have to understand. There are good thoughts, as we all know, and there are bad thoughts. Now, I'm no saint. Of course, I've had negative thoughts inside my mind. Of course, everyone does. I sometimes get them every single day. Same thing goes with good thoughts. Now, the thing is you need to be self-aware of what's going through your mind. In the sales game, if you have good thoughts running through your mind, they're positive, they're making you feel good, they're making you feel like you have a high sense of worth, you're thinking of solutions, you're thinking of what's next. If you are in that thought process and majority of your day, you've got good thoughts inside your mind, I guarantee your sales results will be higher than average. Same goes if you have bad thoughts, if you have a bad interaction, someone says no, someone says yes and then says no, or you have an interesting situation that has a negative impact on you, you might start having those bad thoughts. And that's okay, that is okay. You are a human being, we're all humans. But the trick and the key difference between what a champion does versus an amateur is they will be aware of what's going through their mind. If it's negative, they will change it to positive. It might go something like this. If I'm thinking inside my mind as an example, I can't make any sales today, or there's no one out here that wants to buy my product, or it's too expensive, people can't afford it, versus I am gonna find sales today. Loads of people can afford it, I haven't found them yet. My product is a great product and I know people want to buy it. The difference is they're gonna have massive impacts on your results. Now, to finish off with this today, guys, there's one thing I would like to explain, and I feel it's a great way to explain it, is thoughts and our mind is like the ocean. Funnily enough, we have the ocean in the background here in the Sydney Harbour. Now, on the beach, as an example, on Bondi Beach, there's waves constantly coming to shore. In our mind, we have thoughts constantly going through our mind like waves. Now, if you were a surfer in Bondi Beach, you would choose the best wave to ride. If a wave would lead you to the rocks and potentially die or whatever, drastic I know, but if that was the case, you might not choose that wave depending on your skill set. The same thing goes that if there was a great wave, you'd surf that one because it'd be the best one for you to ride, and your mind's the same thing. When there's good thoughts going in there, ride the good thoughts, choose to think in terms that's gonna serve you. And if there are negative thoughts that go through your mind, don't hang on to them. Understand those thoughts aren't you. Let them go and focus on positive ones that are gonna increase your sales, increase your happiness, and make sure that you become the best person you can in the sales game. Because in sales, your duty is to become one of the best. Don't forget it.